Would you trust a friend with your life savings? Nikki did, giving her mate.
All right, I highly advocate you go back and watch this stitched video because it's absolutely disgusting. The synopsis of the situation is that this lady received an inheritance from her mother passing away of $500,000. Gave it to this guy that she'd met at the pub who presented as being a real estate agent, an investor, a lawyer, and basically provided it to him. No documentation, no paper trail, and a current affair got involved, bailed him up. You could just see that he was a charlatan by the way that he was conducting himself. Now, I wanted to record this video as I am a licensed financial advisor. I have been in the space for over 16 years. I've seen some horrible things over the years, and I know that many consumers don't understand how the advice process typically works. So I want to hopefully equip you with some knowledge that'll help you navigate these kinds of situations so you can avoid finding yourself being fleeced by somebody like this in your lifetime. So the first thing you need to understand is that in a situation like this, you really should seek professional financial advice. A financial advisor is required to have a financial services license as issued by ASIC, the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. They need to obtain a certain level of knowledge, a certain amount of education. They need to pass an exam in order to be to use the term financial advisor. And you can search for them on the ASIC register. If you just search online financial advice lookup, you can even do so for me, Jackson Millard. My AR number is 344212, and you can see my entire history of financial advice, and you could do so for any financial advisor. Now, you've got to realise that a financial advisor can provide advice on securities, managed funds, investments, superannuation, overall financial planning, financial modelling, cash flow, estate planning, insurances. There's a whole heap of things that we can provide advice on. And when we provide you with advice, it needs to come in an appropriate format, which is called a statement of advice. That statement of advice is actually quite a significant document. For many of our clients, particularly when they've got complex situations, can be upwards of 100 pages. But in that document contains the details of your situation, the goals and aspirations you're trying to achieve, the scope of the advice, the recommendations and the rationale behind that advice, the explanation of how that advice is implemented, the alternative strategies that we've considered, any products that have been recommended, the fees associated with those products, a comparison of other applicable products and why we haven't recommended those, along with all of the other frequently asked questions, fees, and anything else that's associated with it. So it's a pretty lengthy process, and normally advisors charge typically ranging from $3,000 for simple advice, anywhere up to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the sophistication of that particular client. Now, if you watch this video, this guy basically said that he had a hotel project in Honolulu. Once again, alarm bells. You've also got to realise that for most investment funds, somebody who's raising capital for particularly for projects like this, may also require a financial services license. So I definitely advocate that if you're in a situation like this, that somebody presents you with a deal, you want a fiduciary, you want a financial advisor, you want an accountant, you even want a lawyer in your corner who's going to be able to review the documentation, help you do your appropriate due diligence, and make sure that you're getting independent advice. But under no means should you hand over money to anybody without written documentation, without a contract, without a statement of advice document, without a product disclosure statement, without a prospectus. Any time that there is no paper trail associated with the particular investment that you're looking at, it is typically going to be something wrong, right? I've never seen a deal, even private equity deals, early stage startups. There is always a prospectus, an information memorandum, some sort of documentation that explains the deal, talks to the risks, talks to the potential upside, how the deal's funded, how much capital they're raising. All of these things are important information that you need to know before you put money into any investment, okay? And it always pays to get a second opinion. In my experience, through helping our clients build over $2 billion in combined wealth, anything that sounds too good to be true usually is, and you need to make sure that you get educated because there are sharks out there who present incredibly well, who speak very well, who can sell you the dream, and they can be very, very convincing. The best weapon that you have to protect yourself against people like that is knowledge. So get educated around finances, equip yourself with a team of individuals that you trust, ideally people that are recommended, and make sure you do your own due diligence. Because this particular guy was actually deregistered as a real estate agent, had never practiced as a lawyer, and these things could have been found with a little bit of investigation. So I hope this is valuable, guys. Make sure you go watch that video and stay safe out there.